Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your Chief Security Fanatic here, and today we are talking about best practices for data security because the general public is losing patience with bad security. I am thrilled about this, and now we have numbers to prove it. And so this is coming from TechWire Asia. A new survey of 13,000 respondents, basically to a poll done by Okta and YouGov, found that digital trust in businesses remains fragile as consumers become increasingly aware of data security issues. Basically, both companies and customers they serve are becoming extremely aware that it doesn't matter how much is spent to enhance other aspects of the business, such as features and whistles and products, if the firm's data security is lax. Now, according to the study, 88% of customers wouldn't use the services or purchase products from an organization they distrust, while well over a third, 39%, said that they had lost trust in a company due to a data breach or misuse of data they have heard about. Now, I think that 39% is low because of basically data breach desensitization. We see this constantly in the news. Every Sunday, I do a breaches of the week video, and so we become a bit numb to these data breaches. I mean, look at how many billions of people on the planet use Facebook daily despite their laundry list of violations of data privacy. Now, at best, the brands can expect customers to change their user settings to restrict the level of data they're sharing. At worst, they'll simply stop using the company's services or deleting their accounts or essentially the brand's app from their device. Now, these findings are a stark reminder of the cost of data mishandling to brand reputations. While the penance for data fumbles basically come in form of regulatory fines, downtime, maintenance costs, or customer compensation, the cost of losing loyal customers is the most significant. Now, interestingly, a separate survey by Varonis found that customers are more likely to shop again with established organizations after a breach. Basically, things like grocery retailers, hotels, all those kinds of things, hardware. So, for example, Home Depot had a massive breach. I still shop there. And basically, people are returning to those after a data breach more than newer sectors like ride sharing, for example, even though Uber is still a major thing, even though they had a massive data breach they tried to cover up in 2018. That didn't put them out of business. Now, reasons for this could basically stem from things like, lack of loyalty and convenience, but it could also be related to the brand's approach to data collection in the first place. So, for example, I am not giving my local supermarket any more of my information other than walking in and giving them my credit card. I usually don't even give them a phone number for like a points reward system, whereas let's say an app that says, oh, you're going to be tagging your credit card, I need your email, your address, a whole bunch of information. And so people get reticent to do that. Now, half of the respondents, 51%, in the YouGov survey, Okta YouGov survey, admitted to having concerns about data breaches when websites request too much personal information. That warms my heart, suggesting that not only is prevention and prudence the best defense, but it's also the best way to gain trust from new customers as well. In other words, don't ask for too much information. 44% of respondents have seen more media coverage on this topic. So, for example, Netflix has aired documentaries like The Great Hack, exploring the use of data and AI, essentially how it targets things like basically on social media, and ransomware attacks, and have obviously brought this to a forefront. Garmin, for example, which is one of the examples they use in the article, is really a really good one. Millions of people use Garmin. I have a Garmin watch on, for example. I like their products. And they just had a massive data hit as well. And obviously there's a lot of sensitive information there, including health data, my own. So there you go. Customers, though, are now handing over their data with more skepticism. And that's especially true among basically the most valuable, which is the younger generation of customers. I love these numbers. 63% of 18 to 24-year-olds admit to having permanently stopped using a company's services following a data breach versus 42% of the 35 to 44-year-olds. And that basically gives me a lot of hope. But this quote also gives me hope for the future. And this is coming from the CSO of Okta, Ben King, and I quote, "Younger age groups having a lower tolerance for poor security and privacy ethics may be unexpected by many, but in actual fact, these generations have grown up online and consequently have a good understanding of the value and impact of data loss." And I think that is 100% correct. in one aspect, they will absolutely, younger generations will share everything. Look at Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and just the amount of bonkers information we are giving out as we selfie ourselves and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to personally identifiable information, that is slightly different. And so I think it's going to be a very interesting challenge that we see. But if the newer generations, the younger generations are coming up and they're more focused on data privacy and security, businesses will have to shift or they will lose simply a target audience for revenue. And that's something they're not going to want to do. That gives me hope for the future. Although it never stops, law number 4 of the 5 laws of cybersecurity, with innovation comes opportunity for exploitation. We continuously have to be evolving our cybersecurity tactics and techniques as the attackers are innovating against our defenses, and we're attempting to innovate ahead of them. So this is very interesting. I thought this was really, really good. Would you stop, or have you stopped, I should ask, have you stopped using a product or a service or an app because they got you data breached? I have. I'm curious to know if you have as well. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.